Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshat Tezaveh-Moshe Rabbeinu, the most humble of all men. Famous question is asked, how come Moshe's name is not mentioned in Parshat Truma, in Parshat Tezaveh, since he was born? In Parshat Shemot, he's mentioned in every Parsha, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar. Why is he not mentioned over here? So it's not such a question. The fact is, Rambam mentioned there was those who held that we read the Torah every 3 years. So we only finish every 3 years, which means each Parsha is much smaller, which means Truma would just be a third of the size. And you wouldn't have Moshe also in some of the Parsha then, because Truma is only mentioned Moshe's name once in the beginning of the Parsha. But since the minhag is to read the Parsha every week, and the rabbis are looking to see if there's any understanding, maybe we could see any lesson we could learn why Moshe is not mentioned. So some say that really Truma is introduction to Truma and Tetzaveh. Truma is the building of Mishkan, the mitzvah of building Mishkan. Tetzaveh is the mitzvah of making the clothing, and you have one introductory verse in the beginning of Truma, Moshe, Truma. Moshe, go ahead and tell Bnei Israel to get the money and prepare the preparation. And then it goes on, chapter, paragraph of the building of the Mishkan and the building of the clothing and making of the clothing. So therefore there's no need to mention his name. It's more of a technical reason. Some want to say the Baal Tum has a famous answer that once Moshe mentioned, wipe me out from your Torah, Hashem. If you're going to wipe out the Jewish nation, then wipe me out from the Torah. So once he said those words, even if God didn't wipe out the Jewish nation, those words had potency. Others say that this whole parsha is referring to Aaron and the clothing of Aaron, Kohen Gadol, and the regular Kohanim, and he was center stage. And Moshe, in his humility, was so happy and so thrilled for Aaron just to be at center stage, and of him to be behind the scenes totally. And that was his wish. And Hashem granted him his wish to keep him out of the Parsha. And that's, of course, an amazing level, which we really actually saw in the beginning. When in the very beginning we saw that he didn't want to take the mission, and his concern was, I didn't want to insult Aaron. So that is a great person who simply is happy that the results are done. He's happy that the kahuna is going to be given over to the right person. He's happy that Aaron's taking over. He's just happy to see things run smoothly in the proper manner, and he himself does not need to take any credit. And this, of course, is a lesson for all of us. People built up the yeshivas, the mikvahs, the communities, the shuls. And if they want that recognition, they want the name on the building, it's still a great mitzvah, no question about it. But the ideal level is where he's just doing his mitzvah. People know about it. They don't know about his involvement. They don't know that he's running the board quietly. His name is not even on the letterhead. It's a high level. But ideally, you just want to have the results done. You want the yeshiva to run well. You want the beis medrash to run well. You want the shul to run well. You want the family, whatever it may be. And if you could do it behind the scenes that no one even knows about it, ma tovu mana'im. You're simply focused on the goal and not yourself at all. It's a very high level. There's, of course, of years and decades of growth to reach such a level where you're focused on simply fulfilling Ratzon Hashem, and it's not an ego case at all. But, of course, that was Moshe Rabbeinu. He reached the greatest of heights, and he's a lesson, of course, for all of us to be able to go ahead and do a mitzvah, which, of course, is what we're describing is a true mitzvah lishma. Shalom.